I'll have, do you need help? Back to Vlogmas! I am so excited you're here. This is like, to me, the coziest, most fun time of the year, and I am just happy to share it with you, hang out with you during this Christmas season. So for today, I specifically made a list of things that you can do to make your home extra cozy and things to make the holiday season warm and inviting and just feel like the holiday season. For me, this is huge because I moved out obviously when I was younger, and then I had the luxury of having roommates, which I know not everybody feels that way, but for me, like, that was definitely a peak time in my life where I could sit around with my friends and we could talk and debrief about our lives, and it was just really fun. And I feel like you had so many shared experiences, and I love to have a shared experience. I love hanging out with friends. It just brings me so much happiness and joy. And then when I moved out and started living, you know, by myself for the first time, I realized I didn't know how to cultivate a whole lot of warm, cozy energy for myself. Like, going home definitely always had such a cozy feeling to me and felt warm and inviting and exciting, and my house was like dull and drab. And so it's something that I worked on, and now I feel like I have such good tips and tricks to share with you, how to make your home cozy for other people, how to make it cozy for yourself, and how to make the holiday season less depressing. Especially, like, I used to live in the north where it snowed all the time and it felt like the holiday season, winter, lasted for forever, and so did my winter blues. And so these are definitely gonna be tips and tricks of things that you can do in your own life, things that I'll be doing as well, and I'll try to make this video so fun so that we can do something special and hang out today. Tip number one, this whole first section is all about getting into the holiday spirit. Now, for me, I love Christmas. It's like my favorite time of the year. And I think part of it is because I go out of my way to add all these extra things into my day, into my week, into my month that make it feel like this is a special season to be celebrated. So the first thing being decorating your house. Even if you have a little bit of decorations or a lot, decorating can have such an impact on your mental health in general, and like curating your personal space and making it enjoyable and practical and the best for you. For Christmas, I love to go all out, although, you know, not use all of my energy. You saw my decorating vlog, I'm sure. So it's just fun and adds an extra special touch to that season. It sets the mood. Like, even right now where I live, it's like 80 degrees. If I wasn't decorating my house, it kind of feels like any other day of the year, but decorating it makes it feel special. And I just think of the things that like spark joy when you were a little kid. And like, even now I have kids running around and they're like, the trees, I love how it feels like Christmas at your house. And that brings me more joy as well. That's the national anthem of Christmas for the hot girls. One thing I will say I've learned about decorating is impactful pieces. So like a fruit bowl sits on the counter and it looks cute and it adds to the aesthetic, but having like a seasonal cup, which used to seem really frivolous to me, actually makes the most impact because you're using it constantly every single day, all day. So every time you grab it, you're thinking about like that holiday season, and it's really fun. These mugs, I got ice in this, but I just feel like they're so Christmassy with like the like sweater look to them. I don't know, it's gorgeous. So having more items like that where it's like, I am gonna put these pajamas on every day, or I am gonna use this cup every single day, or this hand towel or something, like that can make more of an impact than just having little knickknacks laying around, I guess. But it's really up to you, like your decorating style and what is gonna bring you the most cozy, happy vibes. Okay, so along with getting your house cozy would be cozy vibes all around. So I love potpourri. I don't know if you guys have read about candles and the carcinogens in candles and all the other things about the candles. And I still love a good candle, but they're just harder to come by. I love making potpourri. I love making it seasonally, year round. I work on my recipe. I'll insert my recipe here as well. I always make potpourri, and to me, it just sets the tone. It's such a fun thing. When the kids come over, I make it with them. When other people come, I make it in front of them, and they just think it's so unique and interesting. And I run it 24/7 in my crock pot, and then my house always smells delicious. And from the moment you walk in, like whether or not you see anything, whether or not you had a stressful day, you come in, you smell it, and it just makes it so warm and inviting, and it makes your home so personal. Like, this is what my house smells like. This is my signature scent. Like, it just feels consistent and enjoyable. Done. Okay, along with the holiday season and cozy vibes, something I like to do, this is especially good if you don't have a lot of noise in your house and you are somebody who enjoys like the company and you enjoy having things going on. I love to have I like to have music going, so when it gets to be the holiday season and I'm like, how do I get these cozy vibes going? Like, don't just play music and bake some cookies and get your house smelling yummy when people are coming over or when you are decorating and you have something going on. Like, make that enjoyable season and time be like all day, every day. Why don't you just take these little moments and roll with them, you know? So I literally have like Christmas playlists that I'll listen to in the middle of July, Christmas playlists that I'll listen to anytime. Like I love Christmas music as well. It's such good vibes to me, it's such good memories, and to me, like, it sets the tone for the season and the memories that I'm creating. Other than just Christmas music, what makes the holiday season so special for me is having something to look forward to. So even along with music, like I'll have, do you need help? I know, your bone is in there. Do you need help? There you go. So for the holiday season, I love to have something to look forward to. So even with music, like I like to have it on the background. I like to have like a cooking day and we have the music going and it's setting the tone, but also Christmas movies. They are so cozy, they're so warm, they're so inviting. Do I want to sit down and watch it for an hour and a half? Not most of them, but do I like having it on in the background while I'm cooking, while I'm preparing, while I'm hosting, while I'm just enjoying, like maybe I'm reading a book, maybe I'm doing an activity? Yes, it sets the tone. It's so cozy, it's so warm, it's so inviting. I realize this is the thing about people who have like adult houses and they've really like made their house a home, or things that you remember about certain friends' houses when you went over was like what they always had playing on the TV, what you could always hear in the background, what they ate, how their house smelled. Like, these are core memory things. Like, for me, I want to be cultivating that energy at my house. Another thing that I love for the holiday season is just being on theme all the time. Like nails on theme, outfits on theme, smells on theme, sounds on theme, like everything. We're looking at every aspect here. So another way that you can be on theme is with your cooking. To me, I enjoy cooking when I give myself the time and the energy and the space to cook, but if I don't have all those things and it's not just perfect and it's not curated or whatever, it can become quite tedious and chore-like. So something that I find really helps make this season more special, more cozy and inviting for me would be curating foods that I'm gonna make just for this season, in-season foods. So I always Google like what's in season, and then I look on Pinterest for seasonal recipes, and then I make like a whole, I think this year I named the board like winter foods or something. And then they're all like in-season foods. So I have like a salmon wreath, and it's a wreath shape, which in the middle of summer might not be as fun, but in wintertime it's so fitting for holidays and Christmas that you're gonna have a wreath. And then I do a lot of different recipes that are just seasonal, and I can enjoy the art of making the recipe and trying something new and how it's gonna be very holiday-esque, or maybe you're gonna add like a sprig of rosemary or some cranberries on the side just because it's gonna be beautiful. That to me makes such a tedious task so much more exciting. I even think like looking up the recipes and getting your Pinterest board ready, like it's so much more fun than weekly being like, okay, what do I have to cook this week? What am I buying from the grocery store? Where's my grocery list? What foods am I even gonna cook? Do I even wanna cook that? Like, it makes it so much more cozy, so much more inviting and just fun. Also setting the tone, other than just having seasonal recipes, I like to have little things in my day that remind me of the season, that keep me cozy, that keep me happy for that day and that time in my life. This is definitely something like if you have a mundane life where you're doing the same things every day, you're going to the same job, whatever, it's always fun to have these little like pick-me-ups throughout the day. So if I usually have like a coffee in the morning, maybe it's a coffee in autumn, right? Now wintertime, this is like a cozy Christmas coffee, right? And I'm gonna have it in my cute Christmas mug, and I might top it with like a Christmas flavor. And these things just set the tone and the mood for just an enjoyable season. And they honestly make me so gassed up and excited. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice. Very, very nice. Because it's something different and like a little pick-me-up, like even in the afternoon, if you're gonna do an energy drink, if you're gonna do a kombucha, whatever you're gonna do, if they have a seasonal flavor, that can make it so much more fun and so much more enjoyable and just something to look forward to throughout your day, including maybe a hot chocolate before bed, popcorn before bed, like something that's more seasonally driven to get you excited for your day. Also, something that can be very, very fun is, and not to get too sciencey, but let me just give you the facts. I like to have something to look forward to, and here's why. When you do research on dopamine release and like the happiest people or whatever, there's these studies, right? In one example, it could be about somebody running a marathon, and they talk about how even if you win the marathon or you've ran the whole marathon or whatever, or it could be not even like a marathon, but even longer than that, something you strive towards. If your enjoyment is only in the marathon, like the win or the loss, you actually don't have any dopamine released. When you win, you lose, or you finish the race, there's no dopamine release. If you can't learn to love the excitement, the anticipation, or the act of like training for it every single day, you're not gonna enjoy the marathon running because there is no dopamine release at the end. So I feel the same way about like your everyday life. If your job, you're only looking forward to making X amount of money, just keep in mind, like when you make that amount of money, you're gonna have worked towards it for so long. So when you actually make that money, like no dopamine is gonna be released. So if you didn't enjoy that process of making money or whatever, like you're not gonna have as much happiness in your life. So when we're coming into a season, I like to have things to anticipate, because the anticipation is more exciting, releases more dopamine than the actual doing of that thing. So for me, I really plan ahead, and I just want to be happy like all the time, every day. I want to have something to look forward to. I want to have something that I enjoy. I want to feel cozy in my own life and feel like it's really comfortable. So for me, when I'm coming into a season, I write down things that I have going on that I'm planning to do, whether they're already pre-scheduled and on the calendar, or things that I want to schedule and put on the calendar. I can look for events. I love the holidays because there's usually like themed events, themed restaurants you can go to, things that you can invite your friends to. And then also I create those events for myself. So it doesn't always have to be so massive and extravagant, but like I think about the things that made me really glow as like a little girl, and definitely like doing my makeup a certain way, or having a makeup look I was looking forward to, or trying a new hair tool or a new hairstyle. So when it comes to the holiday season, like not only on my bucket list am I putting like a concert or like maybe a Christmas concert or a Christmas play or something like that, I'm also gonna put like literally doing holiday makeup, not just for the holiday itself, but on like a random Tuesday, I'm gonna get up early and be like, I'm using the glitter eyeshadow today because it's the holiday season. Like I'm gonna put 2 little braids and, you know, Cindy Lou Who buns or whatever, because it's the holiday season. And stuff like that can make the season so much more enjoyable and really just brighten up your spice for life. Like even one of the things I was reading about when I was really trying to make new friends, because I moved to a new area and I had no friends, and realized I also kind of didn't know how to make friends. So one of the things I was reading about was a good way to make friends is if you go to like say a yoga class or something where there's going to be other people that you could interact with. How you could connect on a level where like you were going to turn this into a friendship would be not just being like, hey, you're cute, like I love your outfit, whatever, but then you'd be like, oh, later this week I'm gonna go ice skating, do you want to come with me? So you have to already know what's going on, have things planned for your life, and then you could just like integrate them into that, and that's how you become like more personable. Like people will be like, oh yeah, well we have to hang out because she said ice skating is this Thursday at 6 p.m. and then you have another shared event. But if you don't have anything going on in your life, anything you're doing, like what are you gonna invite somebody to hang out at your house and like fold laundry with you for the first time? Kind of weird. So for me, I was putting things on the calendar that make me look forward and make me happy to the season, and then you can share them. Like, oh yeah, the other day I was doing my makeup, and you know, like holiday makeup, like with the glitter. Like you have something to befriend somebody, and it makes you happier, and it gives you something to put out into the world and like share with other people so that they can be happier as well. Okay, and this is my last tip. This is really for the girlies. When you read online about like dating, right? Dating's a hot topic. Although you might be married or whatever, I still think this is true. They always talk about like, be your genuine, like wholesome self, like be yourself to the whole, to the nines, because whatever your expectation is for your life is what you're gonna cultivate and bring into a relationship. So like, if you want him to buy you flowers, if you're single, you should be like buying yourself flowers and treating yourself. And you know, like if you want gifts from him or your significant other or whatever at the holiday season, like you should be buying those gifts for yourself now. And I just took this with my large grain of salt and really took it there, but I literally go out of my way to do these things. Like if you were gonna expect them from a partner, basically you're expecting somebody else to bring you happiness, to add value to your life. And in the same way that you're expecting them to do that, you should be doing that for yourself. So for me, like I love elaborate dates, I love flowers, I love, you know, like I love these little thought out things that can be so big. So when it comes to the holiday season, like whatever you're into, you should be planning that. So like for myself, if I would usually plan like a date night type activity activity. I'm gonna literally plan a date night for myself, take myself somewhere, enjoy it, you know, maybe get a fine meal, maybe go explore somewhere new. Like there's so many options of what you can do, but it adds value to your life and you have something to offer somebody else. Like this is what I do. Like I went and tried this thing and like this is how it went, and you have something to discuss. It's really fun. Like it's really fun, but the whole purpose is, and the meaning behind it is not so much about like your significant other, but you need to know what makes you happy, what fills your own cup, and that's what's gonna feel the coziest, the warmest, the most comfortable to you. So for me, like getting up, putting on a cute outfit, doing my makeup, doing my hair, like those things make me feel so comfortable. They fill my cup so much. Going out, exploring, shopping, going to a restaurant, like those things fill my cup as well. So I'm not relying on everybody else to come in and bring this happiness and bring this excitement to my life. Like I don't need a friend who plans it all, because I can plan things for myself as well. Like obviously you enjoy other people who bring these same things to the table and things that already fill your cup up. Like that's what makes a really good friend. But that at the end of the day, you really know yourself. Like you know your heart, you know what makes you so happy and giddy inside, and then on top of it, you actively pursue those things for yourself. That makes you a really good partner. It makes you really full as well. And so for me, like if I never did my makeup, but I'm like, I just wish I could do my makeup every day, like that's such a negative mindset, you know, and you want to have a positive mindset. You want to have positivity, joy, happiness in your life. So I just literally date myself. Like I write down these things, and those are the things that are going to fill up your cup the most. Like maybe you don't like doing your makeup every day, but you love crafting. Like set aside time to do that every single day, because like that's your thing that fills your cup, and you know how to fill your cup. You don't need to leave the house always. You don't always need to spend money, but you should know how to fill your own cup. And don't be scared if you don't know right now. Like you're already watching this video. Obviously you're pursuing like these cozy happiness things that bring you joy, but over time you want to do an assessment and take the time to learn what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel the happiest, what fills your cup the most. And it's such a game changer that you know how to bring your own happiness to the table, that you can spread that happiness and joy with other people. It's really an art. Like it's a good quality to have. That is really all I had for this cozy Christmas video. I am so happy that you're here for another day of Vlogmas. I love hanging out with you and spending time with you. I love that we have each other to spend the holidays with. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow.